Well, everyone, it seems as though Rotten Tomatoes has officially made it known that they are not for free speech. Welcome, everyone. It is I, the Oscar-nominated a-hole, the a-hole who is, well, sometimes a troll. And today we're talking about none other than the infamous Rotten Tomato problem that is currently going on within the fandom menace community as well as just in general. Apparently, if you did not know, which I mean, if you're watching YouTube videos, how could you have not known? But quick recap: Captain Marvel, the 1-2-C score had dropped down to 26%. Rotten Tomatoes totally revamped their website to remove the percentage rating, and are now saying, oh well, you can't actually vote against it. You can only vote for it. How interesting. Rotten Tomatoes, which is a review site, is now telling people, geez, we don't want to hear diverse opinions. Very interesting, coming from a website whose whole point is to see a diverse array of opinions. Now, a lot of people are saying that they believe that Disney bought them out or threatened them or whatnot. And if that's the case, interesting. Disney is about diversity. And it seems like Kevin Feige is really pushing that in regards to Captain Marvel. More diversity and inclusion. Yet it seems like whenever it comes to opinions, they're a little too afraid of a diversity of opinions. God forbid that someone actually disagree with you, and that you react to it in a civilized and adult manner. Good Lord, please help us. We're going to die if we do not agree with each other. I have a lot of friends who are totally against. I have someone who is completely polar opposite with me. He's a friend of mine I've had for a long time. He's a Muslim. I'm not a Muslim. Very polar opposite in our religious beliefs, and he also is the opposite of the political aisle. But we're still really good friends. We talk video games, and we used to work together. He's a really great friend, and I really enjoy him and appreciate him. And he's a really cool guy. He just got married, and I was really happy for him. And I was like, good job, man. She looks really pretty. I'm really happy for you. So people with diverse opinions can still get along. But it seems like Rotten Tomatoes, and of course the shill media, do not want that. They are too scared and terrified of what other people with diverse and different opinions will have to say about a movie. Regardless of your political affiliation, you might just not like this movie, or any movie in general, and apparently they don't want to hear about it. I think the biggest problem is that Rotten Tomatoes has officially become completely and utterly useless under this new change in tactic, because what's the point of seeing if someone likes your movie beforehand? Because what will be the 1-2-C score? 100%. And what will the Rotten Tomato meter be? Well, if it's obviously an SJW woke movie, it is going to be 90 to 100%. Garbage tier. And then, of course, if you have a normal, regular movie like Aquaman, Alita Battle Angel, movies with good people with attractive actors and actresses, all of a sudden it gets knocked down to 60s and 50s and even possibly lower. What I'm thinking in regards to this situation is you have to fight back. You really do. You have to fight back. You can't resist. You can't just be like, oh, darn, I'll just respond to Rotten Tomatoes in this regard. I have an idea. I got a plan, and I think that if we mobilize in this way later on, we can really make Rotten Tomatoes regret this decision, and maybe they'll decide to revert back. I don't know. Maybe it can give them a little boost of annoyance, which is really what they deserve after this garbage. Which is basically when the movie Captain Marvel comes out. If you are not going to go see the movie, which I highly recommend, not telling you to, but I highly recommend it because I'm not going to go see that Marvel movie. I refuse to give it money. I'll just listen to the spoiler review, I'll know what happens, and I'll know everything I need to know for Avengers Endgame. But what do we need? What do we need? I'll tell you what we need to do. What we need to do is go on the audience score and put the most negative review we can give of it, star-wise, and they'll count it. So I believe that's a 2-star review. Give it a 2-star review, and on the comment section write, "This is for Rotten Tomatoes not allowing me to put that I do not want to watch this movie," or that this is for Rotten Tomatoes removing my ability to tell whether I want to see this movie or not. And if we mobilize this, and if we do this together, I think we have a very good chance of bringing it back to 26%, or at least very close to it. I think that would be really great. Now, of course, I'm not telling you to do this. It is just a suggestion, an idea that I had in regards to mobilizing and fighting this SJW NPC review movement. So it's just an idea, it's just a thought process, it's nothing that must be done, but I really would advise it. Now, of course, the show media is absolutely obsessively happy about this, but of course, we must be prepared. We must be prepared for the fact that the show media will, of course, as soon as they realize that this movie's not going to make that much money, or it's going to, within a second weekend at least, it's going to have a huge drop-off most likely. Because as we know, SJWs don't go and rewatch films. They just don't. People like us actually do. If we really like the movie, they will not. So therefore, the second weekend will be a huge drop-off most likely. I say 97-98% that it will drop off big time. And when it does, they're going to go to the websites and say, "Oh, see, it's the evil white patriarchal males." No. We told you guys that this wasn't going to work. We told you that we weren't going to see your movie. And you just silenced our voices and said, "Oh, see, those people don't matter. They're the vocal minority." If we're the vocal minority, why are you shutting us up? Now, if you're mad about this Rotten Tomatoes thing, which I must admit that at the first moment that it happened, I was a little peeved off, but I've kind of cooled my steam, and now I gotta realize we won. By them silencing our voice, a couple things have happened. One, it proves that they're afraid of us. They're afraid. They know that we're not a vocal minority. They know that we are the majority, and they know that they're afraid that what we're saying is actually true. And not just them, but Disney. And the next thing is that them shutting us up also just proves that we're getting to them. We really are. And they're afraid that if we keep vocalizing this and we keep pushing this, something bad will happen. Therefore, this is not a moment to complain and just be like, "Oh, crap, this is a bunch of BS." No, we need to go out there and talk about it even louder. We need to let it all known that we are the, 26? Like the 74%. We're the 74%. We're the 74% who don't want to see Captain Marvel. Let it be known, we are the 74%. Remember the 26%, and we will not be silenced. We will not let these SJWs ruin what was a very good franchise. They ruined Star Wars, they ruined Star Trek, they've ruined all the IPs. It is time for us to stand up and fight. Sure, they might ruin Captain Marvel, obviously, there's really no help with that. But we can at least help it from them stopping Endgame from being a terrible SJW movie and moving on in the future, the MCU being also terrible. So, tell me what your thoughts are below. Subscribe to the channel, I really do appreciate it. And I hope that maybe we'll have some more news about the Rotten Tomatoes incident. I highly doubt it, but you never know. Anyways, I'm very glad that you were able to watch my video. If you watched it fully, thank you so much. And I cannot wait to talk to you all down in the comments below. And as always, have a fantastic day, and do not be like Brie Larson.